Hello and welcome to Quays News. I'm Charlotte Cole.
And I'm Fidelia Benner. Here's what's coming up on the programme today.
A woman is left distraught as rogue builders leave her home in ruins.
It's going to take a lot longer before the case is heard in court, and we're just living day to day trying to be happy and supporting families out there.
An exhibition highlighting the changes of Salford's architecture has been launched this week.
Salford Art Club are training a large group of painters in the hopes to kickstart their professional careers.
And with Chinese New Year this weekend, we get an insight as to how the people of Manchester are planning on celebrating.
Our top story today. After a run-in with a rogue trader, campaigner Sarah Louise Griffiths wants more legislation placed within the building industry. The Help to Stop Rogue Traders campaign is working to decrease the number of incidents and victims. Beverly Segunda went to find out more.
The Help Stop Rogue Trader campaign is fighting back. After being left with her home in ruins, Sarah Griffiths is campaigning for more support for victims.
The journey has taken me on roller coaster rides, and I wouldn't wish another family to go through what I have. Back then, realisation of what was happening, you look for help. The help there is very limited. That was the whole reason why we was adapting our home to give Debbie a better quality of life, the home being wheelchair accessible, and we trusted this builder. I don't know what more we could have done to have secured an outcome where the works were achieved.
Sarah and her campaign partner Sam have started their petition and are trying to raise awareness on social media about rogue traders.
I want to make people more aware of what checks they can do as well. So check that they have insurance, have a contract typed up as well, and have stage payments and stick to it. It's easier said than done if you find that you've got a rogue builder, because they are very clever at how they deliver things and how intimidating they can be to persuade you to pay more. You trust your builder. How anyone can sleep at night knowing what they have done to these families, they're not normal.
Despite her rocky journey, Sarah is determined to get justice for victims and is preparing in the meantime.
So what we want to do while we're waiting for the country to get through a general election, we want to build a team, and it's all about the preparation. If we can get that right, we'll be then stronger and louder to then challenge Parliament again.
Do you know anyone who grew up in Salford and may have any photos of their childhood? Because the Modern Backdrop project might need their help, we sent our correspondent Tiara Anglin Main to their latest exhibition to have a look at some of the old architecture in Salford.
Salford is a city that holds an incredibly rich history, and looking at more recent times, the city has changed. Terraces were demolished in exchange for the more favourable high-rise, and what was once an industrial city has become more and more habitable. Located at the Working Class Movement Library, an exhibition analyses those who used to live in the terraces and the architecture of the properties.
Yeah, so the In the Face of Dwelling exhibition features 8 portrait photographs that are exhibited alongside a photograph of the type of house the person portrayed lived in and an architectural drawing, that both of which illustrate very clearly where these people lived and how they lived. The oldest photograph was of a lady photographed around 1890, and the newest photograph was of a gentleman living in a tower block in the 1970s. It gives us a richer understanding of our own family histories, and since it's all situated in Salford, all people of Salford.
So this is the photograph that you're talking about?
Yes, this is Mrs. Ridgway. So we know who sent the photo to who. So we have a letter that goes with it, but we don't know anything about her. So I kind of secretly hope that some Mr. or Mrs. Ridgway comes to the exhibition and says, "Oh, this is my great-great-grand-aunt."
And they'd all live in one.
Yes.
One room.
We think so. So we think it might have been here in that what is called a ginnel. There's a very small alleyway, and we put it there together with the drawing of the ginnel to show this is where they lived and this is how close together the houses were. So forget about sunlight.
Obviously, you know, we might not be living in slums anymore, but poverty is very much a thing that is an issue for people at the moment. So I think it just makes it more personable. The stories are so universal that I don't really think it matters where you come from to actually enjoy the personal stories, and the photographs and the architectural drawings are really beautiful as well.
This exhibition is part of a wider project entitled The Modern Backdrop, a 2-year project created by Belinda, Dr. Tanya and their colleagues. For this particular exhibition, it focuses on the dwellings of Salford, ranging from terraced homes that weren't so great in quality to the tower blocks that we now see in places like Pendleton today. It also focuses on some of the residents too. And because it spans all the way up until the 70s, you're seeing a really wide range of architecture too. So for any Salford residents that would like to come and see it, it's on until the 25th of April, so do have quite a while to see it. Tierra Anglin Main, Salford.
Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has come under fire for refusing to apologise for comments he made regarding transgender people during questioning yesterday. Following the sentencing of Brianna Jai's murderers, her mother, Esther Jai, was present in the House of Commons when the comment was made.
For the first time, global warming has exceeded 1.5 degrees Celsius across an entire year, according to the EU's climate service. Scientists say that urgent action to cut carbon emissions can still slow the effects of global warming.
Salford Art Club has been running for 77 years and has produced some of Salford's most notable painters. With the club's wide community and heritage, they are training a large group of painters, leading them to a successful professional art career. Marion Tabagoma has more.
Acrylic, watercolour and digital drawings are the elements that bring painters together. During the pandemic, many began their painting journey to find peace and comfort.
During COVID, not everybody, but there are lots of people that started painting again because they had that time out at home, and so that did actually kickstart my interest in doing art and painting, all that kind of stuff.
Art clubs like this one in Salford had an increase of artists joining the society, and since they have never looked back. For others, this has been a lifetime passion and a social club whose members' talent range from beginner to accomplished, just like Chris Basson, who's won a People's Choice Award.
Went to art school when I was 13, passed a scholarship for the Manchester School of Art, and then after the School of Art, I went into advertising at 16, pursued an art career until I went into the army at 18, 19, and went off to Hong Kong. I was still drawing and painting when I was in Hong Kong, when I was in the army, but only for fun. And then eventually, having got married, started an advertising agency of my own, and since then I've been painting and drawing all my life.
It's nice to know that somebody else likes your work. Not that it matters that much. It doesn't matter that much to me, because I like it. But if somebody else likes it as well, it's always really nice, yeah.
A great way to start a community club is by bringing your creativity to life, just like the creator of Salford Art Club, Ernest Goodman, who initially started at his friend's house and 6 years later had his very first art exhibition here at Salford Museum and Art Gallery. After decades of the art club running, Chairman Philip Westcott leads the club with the help of Janet, and he tells us this.
Yeah, I'm just chairman, so I sort of sort things out and we work as a committee. I've actually been doing it for about 3-4 years now. I've been on the committee longer, actually chairman for about 3 years now. It's good to see what everybody else does, and we've everything from beginner to sort of professional artists coming along. And we've had some great people in the past, members of the club. And after COVID, a lot of people have taken a part, and we're doing very well. We've over 50 members now.
If you ever feel like trying something new, why not join an art club where you feel accomplished? Marion Tabagoma, Quays News, Salford.
Now over to our entertainment correspondent Megan Folan with the latest in showbiz this week.
Thank you, Fidelia and Charlotte. It's been a busy week in entertainment with the Grammys taking place on Monday. It's been dubbed as the Year of the Women, with artists like Taylor Swift coming away with the big win of Album of the Year with Midnights. This is Taylor's 4th time winning this award, making history for the most wins in this category. During her acceptance speech, Taylor also announced she will be dropping a new album titled The Tortured Poets Department on the 19th of April.
For me, the award is the work. All I want to do is keep being able to do this. I love it so much. It makes me so happy. It makes me unbelievably blown away that it makes some people happy who voted for this award too. All I want to do is keep doing this. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do what I love so much. Mind blown. Thank you so much.
Billie Eilish won Song of the Year with What Was I Made For from the Barbie movie, and Miley Cyrus bagged her first Grammy with Record of the Year with her hit song Flowers. The night also featured a number of live performances, including a duet from Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs singing Fast Car. So let us know your thoughts. Head over to X and tag @QuaysNews.
Thank you so much for that, Megan.
Now, coming closer to home, Salford's Lowry Theatre has welcomed back Britain's Got Talent this week for live auditions, where Judge Bruno has pressed his golden buzzer for the 2nd time. And finally, ITV are releasing a new drama titled Breathtaking, launching February 19th. The show depicts the struggles NHS staff and healthcare professionals faced during the pandemic.
I'm not going to make it home this weekend.
That's all for now. Back to you, ladies.
Thank you so much for that, Megan.
Now, Chinese Year takes place this Saturday, and as the Year of the Dragon comes around, thousands are preparing to celebrate culture across Manchester. Sam Armitage went to Chinatown to find out more.
This Saturday marks Chinese New Year, and many of those that are celebrating are preparing to bring in 2024 with friends and family.
We're gonna eat some hot pot with my friends, and maybe 8 of us, and we're gonna watch some TV show from the Chinese, like CCTV.
It's the Chinese food, hot pot, or dumpling, Chinese dumpling.
One of the most important aspects of the weekend celebrations is the annual Chinese New Year parade, where thousands gather to celebrate Chinese culture. There's a great focus on the dragon symbol, but there's an even bigger reason for it this year. 2024 marks the Year of the Dragon. It's the 5th sign in the Chinese zodiac, and it's the first time it'll be the Year of the Dragon since 2012. Now, the dragon symbolises strength, goodwill and wisdom, so it's a pretty positive year for those that are celebrating and a perfect time to spread culture around Manchester. Chinatown is a staple of Manchester's city centre. With a plethora of traditional restaurants and supermarkets, culture is at the forefront, and it encourages those that may not traditionally celebrate Chinese New Year to get involved.
I'm from Asian, so all of the Asian food is here, you can find here. And then when the Chinese New Year, we always come here, celebrate with them, and then we go ang pao from them, and then that's make us happy. Everybody have own culture, so it's nice if we celebrate together with them, so we know more about their different culture, in the world. So it's nice, very nice. Important, very important is Chinese New Year.
So, with more people taking part in this year's festivities, Sunday's Dragon Parade across the city centre will bring more and more people together. Sam Armitage, reporting for Quays News.
Now, for anyone who's been outside today, I'm sure you will have experienced the awful winds and maybe even a bit of snow. Our weather correspondent, Leon Higgins, is here with live.
Go away, I will prove you wrong. I'm thinking you run away, hey. Oh no, she's gone off the line. I got 5G in here as well, so she's cut off.
And that's all we have time for today. Be sure to follow us at Quays News.
See you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.